time I have desired to do just about anything, I would always talk myself out of it because I was afraid. And it took me years to realize what was going on. It wasn't until a couple of years ago when I started practicing self-care and self-development, I noticed that my main problem was fear and self-doubt. And I also knew that in order for me to walk into God's perfect will and for me to accomplish the things that He created me for, I would have to work on not letting fear and self-doubt take over my life. I am now learning how to accomplish things and how to do what God has created me for while being afraid. Tip number 1, first you need to recognize the source of fear. One thing that I did is I went back in my past to when I was a little girl and I thought about where this fear came from, why I feel the way that I do, why do I suffer with having self-doubt, and some of the things that I went through and how the seed developed in my life. Then I thought about when I became a teenager, some things that happened to me, how I never felt like that I was accepted or that I was good enough. One of the main things that I have noticed about fear, if you allow it, it will take over your life and it will hinder you with doing anything. You would never feel good enough. But once I start practicing self-care and paying attention to things that I need to break free from, I start praying to God and I asked Him to deliver me. It didn't happen overnight. And I understand why it happened overnight is because fear didn't start ruling my life overnight. It was something that was a slowly process and it just followed me throughout my whole life. Anytime that you have been dealing with something that you've been battling with for so long, and it has become a part of who you are, it's harder to get rid of it. So you just have to start taking steps towards becoming free.